Right, now we're going to talk about the I Speak learning targets. We're reviewing what these learning targets mean so that we can successfully complete our journey and evidence links throughout the year. Number 1, I can prepare for and participate effectively in small and whole group conversations. So effectively means productive, you're active, you're dynamic, and you're also being respectful when you're doing this. So one way that a student thought to do this was to create a table to keep track of how many times he participates by asking questions and how many times he participates by raising his hand and commenting or giving his feedback. So he's going to keep track for every unit we do. So right now he's keeping track of how often he does this for the secret garden, and then he's going to upload that as his evidence link. Number 2, I can collaborate with diverse partners and build on others' ideas. So when you're collaborating, you're working together to create or produce something. Diverse partners, you want to work with a variety of people. Eventually, we might even be able to work with people in different schools or different communities. And you're building on each other's ideas. You're working on listening and responding to other students. Number 3, I can express my own ideas clearly and persuasively. So lots of you have already done this in your persuasive writing. So now it would be giving a persuasive speech, turning your writing into a speech format. Number 4, I can integrate information presented in diverse media formats. So you're going to combine, integrate, put it in with your other information in diverse media formats. So a variety of media formats. YouTube, Prezi, lectures, all sorts of different things you could find. You're going to put that information into a presentation. Number 5, I can evaluate information presented in diverse media formats. So this is kind of very similar to number 4, but now you're evaluating it. You're forming an opinion, you're judging it, you're gauging if it's useful. You're analyzing that information and saying how effective it was in that presentation. Number 6, I can evaluate a speaker's point of view and use of rhetoric. So, evaluate, you're forming an opinion, you're judging it, you're gauging how useful it is, the speaker's point of view, and their use of rhetoric. So the use of rhetoric is the art of effective persuasive techniques. So when we first started studying persuasive writing, we talked about the different ways you could appeal to a person or an audience member. You could go for emotional, you could go for logic, and there's a few other ways as well. So that would be the author's use of rhetoric: logos, pathos, and ethos. Number 7, I can evaluate a speaker's reasoning and use of evidence. Okay, so how are they organizing their reasoning? How are they trying to persuade you? And what evidence do they have to do this? So when our classmates give speeches or give presentations, we're going to be evaluating them on this. Number 8, I can present information, findings, and supporting evidence so my listeners can follow my reasoning, organization, and development. So this is saying that your listeners are going to understand your argument. Okay, they're really going to be listening for how you organized it, the support you have, and how it develops over time, how your ideas connect and work together. Number 9, I can present information findings. I can present information, findings, and supporting evidence that is appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. So again, you're presenting the information, and it has to be appropriate for your task. So whatever the type of writing or type of speech it is, it has to be appropriate to the purpose. Are you trying to persuade your audience, inform them, or entertain them? And it has to pertain to your audience. So oftentimes you may be presenting to your classmates and your peers, but your intent might be to a group of adults, to a group of kindergartners, to a group of animals at the zoo, okay, depending on how creative we're being. Number 10, I can strategically use digital media and visual displays of data to express information and enhance understanding of presentations. Okay, so strategically means you're carefully placing, you're thinking ahead of why you put it there and how it is going to affect your audience. You're using digital media and visual displays to express information and enhance. So you're trying to intensify. You're trying to raise the value. You're really trying to get your audience to understand your big message and see your passion and hard work behind that. I hope this helps. Remember to ask your teachers about any questions you have. Good luck!